And that's really what it's about. It's not about the individual in question. It's about that individual offering her name up as a choice. And that's really all it is. Nobody here has any proprietary rights to the seats we sit on, but rather the responsibility and obligation to hold to the tenets of democracy. So while I appreciate this executive of the Democratic Party setting me straight, he's really making my point. The tragedy in all of this is sending out an email like this. It's fair enough, but then hiding behind some cloak of secrecy. Who's the guys who did what they did? And if in fact they stand on the side of righteousness, then let them come forward and take off the cloak of secrecy and say what it is. And if it is, well, she hasn't been a party member for 6 months, then they have an obligation to demonstrate what's the magic in making you a good member in 6 months. Let's be clear about something. And I don't know if it's only me or others as well. I don't even have a party card from the Democrat Party. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to have one, but if you're supposed to have one, I don't have one. And if you purchase one, I'm not aware that you purchased one. So it just makes no sense in my mind, but I appreciate the executive officer in setting me straight and informing me that, in fact, I was misinformed. Thank you.
Further announcements. Senator Ryan.
Point of personal privilege.
Please proceed.
While I agree with most of the comments said and shared today with my colleague from Kahalu, the senior senator, ranking Democrat, as he's called on the blogs, what I don't agree with is that this is not the appropriate place for this comments, because it's partisan. And I have been receiving emails accusing me of being involved in this whole situation because I happen to be the short-term incumbent and a former employee of the Democratic Party. The irony of it all is people complaining about this rule actually approved the rule. They were on the State Central Committee. So I agree with, actually, 3 days before the decision was made, I approached Laura herself in this building and told her, I think they should get rid of the rule. Because I personally feel more candidates, the better for me. And she's assuming she's an automatic win in our primary. Really? She sent a letter saying she's the only one that can beat Senator Hemmings, who used to have this seat. Well, girl, you got to win your primary first. Isn't that right? But the continued comments on this floor is creating a lot of misinformation out there. And I felt compelled to stand up and say something because I am being accused of being in the middle of this when I stayed very far away from it. And another opponent actually spoke against her. So I just want to make it clear that I invite Ms. Thielen to run. We're all ready. And you're right. Nobody should be certifying if you're worthy or not. And the GOP, out of all people, should not be telling us who should be a Democrat and what we should be doing for Democrats. They should pay attention to their own party because a lot of them are actually switching to our side. They should be concerned about that. It is true. But with that said, I appreciate your comment, Senator He, but I just want to make it clear that I am in no way in favor of her not running. I hope she does run. Thank you.